everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Andreas from BSSC Culture Division, and today we are a very special guest for a student from BINUS University. Is that right? Yes. Before we start, maybe we can have introduce each other from Blessing.
My name is Blessing. I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm doing accounting batch 2022 at BINUS International JSC campus.
Hello guys, just like my colleague here, I'm also from Zimbabwe. My name is Ellis Mpakam, studying computer science at BINUS Senai FX campus.
Hello, my name is Nana. I'm from Japan. I'm studying tourism in BINUS University. Nice to meet you.
Okay, before we start, do you know this game about is called Never Have I Ever? Have you heard of it?
I just watched the YouTube video.
Oh, this is a YouTube video. And today you experience it. I will explain the games. In this game, I will ask you several questions, and then you answer either I have or I have never. I will giving you this card. Yeah, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So, I asked you some question like, do you ever go to a mall? You can answer like, I have. And I will also join you guys.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. For the first questions, never have I ever drank the water served to wash our hands.
Okay.
Do you know when Indonesia there's a place where they give you water, right? Give you water.
Before eating.
Before eating. It's for wash your hands.
Never.
Never.
Okay, yeah. At first I thought I have because I was thinking of tap water. Because like in my country, tap water you can drink, but here you cannot drink tap water, right? So the first days I arrived, I actually drink tap water. But that one for bowls, I never.
Oh, never. So in Japan also?
Yeah.
Never.
Never. Of course.
It's only me that I have.
Yes.
Yes, I have. Accidentally.
You didn't know it.
I thought it was a water for drink, right? And sorry, when I was still elementary. My mom take me to the street food. Street food they always give us a water. And then I thought it's a water to drink. I drink, and then my mother slapped me. Why are you doing this? I got very humiliated. Okay, for the next questions, never have I ever eaten food with hands. So in Japan, is it like something?
We always use chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
Yeah.
Never use hands.
For our staple food, we eat with the hands. So our staple food is like we cook meal like porridge, but it becomes thicker, so you can eat with the hands. Yeah. So we only use spoons and forks for rice, but it's actually like foreign food. It's not our staple. So our staple food we eat with hands. So here I usually use hands for meat, especially. You know, like here I see many people eating chicken with spoon, like they will cut it inside the plate.
Yeah.
But for me, no, I just grab.
I also eat with hands. It's like a drumstick chicken, right? Just use hands. No use fork.
Yeah.
So you ever heard of nasi padang? Nasi padang.
Yeah.
Nasi padang is special food for using hands.
Yes.
And then for our next questions, never have I ever jaywalked in Indonesia. Jaywalking is like, you know, across the street, like there's always a zebra cross. You have to go to zebra cross to across the street, like. In Indonesia, you can just maybe there's no zebra cross, so you can just.
So that's jaywalk.
Jaywalk. That's called jaywalking. So everybody have. So in Japan, is it okay?
No, never.
Never.
Yeah.
So in Indonesia,
Japanese people are very strict, so they use traffic light. And sometimes my Indonesian friends say when cross the street, okay, but I don't think okay. So Indonesian people are very crazy.
So do you know the sign for stop the car?
Stop.
Yeah. Stop. So for our next question, never have I ever tried Indomie.
Indomie.
We are masters of Indomie.
So everybody have tried Indomie.
Yeah.
So in this special occasion, we will be giving Indomie for you guys.
No.
Waiters, come. Give the Indomie. Where's mine?
No, only for you.
I'm also the presenter.
Only for them lah. Not for you.
So everybody have tried Indomie.
Yeah.
So which do you prefer? Indonesia instant noodle or your country in this instant noodle?
For me, when I was in Zimbabwe, I never ate instant noodles. I didn't like them at all. I think maybe I had a lot of food to eat, variety. But here sometimes I'm just stuck to Indomie. You know, when I think of eating, if it's not rice, I eat bread. Let's say it's in the morning. If it's not bread, maybe cereals, or if not that, then Indomie. Yeah. So I never ate instant noodles in Zimbabwe. I don't even know how they taste back then. But I just know this one is good.
The same opinion.
I did eat some instant noodles back in Zimbabwe because I was like in boarding school. So that's just like here, you know, you don't want to cook.
Yeah.
You want to eat, maybe you want like 5 minutes to prepare. So,
Yeah.
but I think Indomie is good. And the other one, maybe it's because here it's more like a proper dish sometimes. But for us, it's more like a snack.
A snack.
Yeah, you never find a family eating noodles for dinner or lunch. Yeah, so that's what I think.
How about Nana?
I like both of Japanese instant noodle and Indonesian instant noodles. But Japanese people think instant noodles is bad for our health. So we shouldn't often eat this, I think.
Okay, for the next question. Never have I ever eaten KFC or McDonald's with rice.
In Indonesia?
Yes, Indonesia.
That's out there.
I think if you're in Indonesia,
I have.
to eat
Wait,
You've never.
you have never?
Yeah. In Indonesia?
Yes,
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Have you eaten McDonald's in Indonesia so far?
Never.
Never.
Never. That's why.
Maybe we should try.
If you buy McDonald's, you see rice.
And the rice will give you chicken drumstick, right?
Yeah.
Chicken drumstick and egg scrambled.
And also a packet of rice, like
Packet of rice.
burger.
yeah, a bag of rice.
So in Indonesia, we are very common to eat rice in fast food. So in Japan, is it very uncommon?
Not common.
Not common. Prefer fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the
Fries.
country, all these fast foods is with fries.
Oh.
Meat and fries, not rice.
Okay, for our next questions. Never have I ever gotten a smile from a stranger. Like when you go to some place and you stare at someone, right? And then the person stare at you, he give you a smile. A stranger.
It's pretty common.
Have? Is it common for in Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's quite common everywhere because you know local people, they tend to be interested in foreigners. You know, like sometimes they just wanna come and talk with you, so it's hard for them just to come and say, "Oh, what's up?" You know. So at first maybe just a smile, then you know, I think they want to talk to me. Then you're like, "What's up, bro?" Then you start a conversation. You see. So I think it's quite common,
Okay, common.
especially with the Indonesians, because you guys, you are so curious to know about foreigners. Asking questions, million. Where is your hometown? How did you get here? Why here? Why not somewhere else?
Exactly.
Why?
Why Indonesia?
That's a very common
Yeah.
question that
That's
every Indonesian will ask. Very common questions.
the most.
The next questions. Never have I ever used a squatting toilet. You know squatting toilet? Squatting toilet is like
In Indonesia.
yeah, Indonesia.
Which one?
Squatting, no chamber. You don't ever sit. like a black toilet.
That's only me. Oh, you have?
I just remember.
Is it comfortable?
I have. I have, but only few times. You know, usually I go to Bogo to play futsal. Yeah. So some of the places we played there, I remember the last time our field was like in a village. Yeah. So then when we were playing, I even asked, I want to pee. Then you just say, no, go into the forest.
Oh, go into the forest. Stay in the forest.
Yeah. Later on after food, that's when I wanted to do something else. And then the toilet, I was very bad. It wasn't good. A blade toilet. You know a blade toilet?
Blade toilet is what?
A blade toilet is they just dig a hole.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they just cover it, but it's a hole inside.
Oh,
the
yeah,
toilet. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I never do like that before. Dig a hole
Yeah.
and make it.
Blade toilet.
Maybe I'm still
But
expecting.
here in Jakarta, never seen that kind of toilet.
I've never seen that kind of thing. So, about you?
No, I've only seen one, but I've never used it.
Never use it. I have.
Yeah.
In BINUS Square.
No, when I went to Padi Island, Southern Island,
Oh, Thousand Islands.
I
we
couldn't
were-
find Western toilet,
Uh-huh.
so I had to use square.
Is it comfortable?
No?
No, not comfortable.
No.
I heard that Japan toilet is the very that have many buttons.
Yeah.
If BINUS Square have that kind of toilet, I maybe I can stand about 30 minutes. For our next questions, never have I ever used a sprayer in toilets.
In Indonesia?
In
No.
Indonesia. No?
All toilets here they do.
I thought every in toilet BINUS Square they all have it.
Yeah.
Really?
I have.
In my country, we don't have those things. It's only few places. Usually like Muslim places. Yeah. But you know, in my country, the majority is Christianity. You know, we don't use those things. We just use tissues.
Oh,
But yeah, I started liking it because I think it's good in terms of hygiene. You can clean very nice.
What about you?
When we go to the toilet, we definitely use toilet paper. So I don't use
That
spray.
sprayer.
Yeah.
And then for our next questions, never have I ever had a vacation in Bali.
Yeah, Bali is good. People like it, but not yet. I think I'll make sure I'll go to Bali before I leave Indonesia.
And you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. For my last questions for today. So this question we don't need to use this card anymore. It's just in your opinions. Will you come back to Indonesia for a second time?
Like coming back here to live for a long time or just a vacation, 3 days or 1 week.
I think if I was to come back, probably I would want to go and stay somewhere. Maybe I saw they're developing BSD. It's
Oh,
quite
BSD,
nice.
BSD.
Or maybe go to actually rural places,
Oh yeah.
other islands.
Other islands. So you're
Not
still in
Jakarta.
Not Jakarta.
Jakarta. Another?
I will come back to Indonesia in order to meet Indonesian friends.
You still have Indonesia.
So sweet.
Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you guys for joining us for this filming. How about you guys say goodbye in your own language?
Yeah.
Toonana.
Tatenda, thank you, Siyabonga.
You cheat. You use 3 languages.
They're from my country.
Tatenda is another language. Siyabonga another language, but it's in Zimbabwe.
Oh,
Yeah. So Tatenda Siyabonga.
It's actually saying thank you.
And
Japanese.
Japanese.
Sayonara.
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 And you also want me?
Yes.
Me? Oh, yes. 再见，再见，再见，再见。We'll talk and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Like
on
and
the
subscribe. Okay.
notifications.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Like and subscribe. Thank you.